Bhutan, the land of the thunder dragon. Sounds dramatic, doesn't it? Like a heavy metal album cover. Everyone loves to call it mysterious, isolated, unspoiled. Frankly, the hype is exhausting. It's a country with mountains and a very good PR team. They tout it as the last Shangri-La, some pristine, untouched paradise where people are perpetually happy because the government says so. Gross national happiness, they call it. A noble idea, I guess, or a clever marketing gimmick. Keeps the tourists intrigued and the dollars flowing. We'll see about that happiness. This isn't your usual backpacker free-for-all. Thank God for small mercies. They make it tough to get in, and even tougher on your bank account. Maybe that's the real mystery, how to afford the daily tourist fee. It's a velvet rope, Himalayan style, keeps out the riffraff, or just anyone on a budget. Alright, let's talk about these mountains, the Himalayas. Bhutan's got a serious chunk of them. And yeah, they're stunning, annoyingly so. Like that person who's good at everything, without even trying. Pristine forests cling to their sides, rivers carve through valleys, it's all very scenic. The air up here, supposedly clean, crisp. A welcome change from city smog, if you can catch your breath, that is. The altitude is no joke, it'll sneak up on you, while you're busy admiring a rhododendron, or trying to photograph a yak, which, by the way, look unimpressed, always. They call it unspoiled nature. And for once, the brochures aren't entirely lying. There's a distinct lack of garbage. No sprawling fast food chains. It's almost unsettling for a seasoned cynic. You half expect to see a unicorn, prancing through a field of blue poppies. It's that kind of aggressively beautiful. Makes you wonder what the catch is. There's always a catch. These peaks aren't just pretty backdrops, they're the backbone of the country. Now meet Gangkar Puensum. Rolls right off the tongue, doesn't it? It's famous for being famous, and for being unclimbed. The world's highest unclimbed mountain, they say. Over 7,500 meters of pure vertical arrogance. A giant middle finger to mountaineers. And you know what? Good for it. Some things should remain unconquered. Bhutan banned mountaineering on peaks over 6,000 meters, back in 1994 for cultural reasons. Then completely in 2003. The official line is respect for local spirits. Deities that supposedly live up there. Fair enough. Who am I to argue with mountain gods? Probably keeps the Yetis happy too. Less foot traffic in their backyard. So Gangkar Puensum sits there, majestic, mysterious, mocking. No crampons have touched its summit, no flags planted, no selfies taken. It's a blank spot on the map of human ego, which is probably why it's so fascinating. We want what we can't have, even if it's just a pile of rock and ice, a very, very big pile. That could kill you. Imagine the bragging rights, though. Yeah, I climbed Gangkar Puensum, but no, you can't. So you just look at it from afar. In Bhutan, the mountains aren't just geology, they're apartment complexes, for gods, goddesses, and spirits. And maybe the occasional Yeti, or Migoi as they call it here, the abominable snowman's Bhutanese cousin. People genuinely believe this stuff. It's not some quaint folklore for tourists, it's woven into the fabric of life, like prayer flags and chili peppers. Every jagged peak, every hidden valley, has a story, a guardian deity, a list of rules you'd better follow. Don't whistle in the wrong place. Don't point your feet at sacred things. It's a spiritual minefield. For the clumsy, uninitiated foreigner, one wrong move and you've angered a spirit who apparently has a lot of free time to mess with your vacation. You'll see offerings everywhere. Little bits of food, money, or cloth left for these unseen landlords. It's a constant negotiation between the human world and the spirit world, ensuring good harvests, good health, or just ensuring your car doesn't break down on a terrifying mountain pass, which frankly seems like a priority, given the roads. Section 5 Tiger's Nest, because your knees haven't suffered enough. Ah, Parotaksang, the Tiger's Nest Monastery. You've seen the pictures, clinging to a sheer cliff face like it was glued there by a divine prankster. It's Bhutan's postcard superstar, and they make damn sure you work for it. This isn't a drive-by photo op. Oh no, you're going to earn that Instagram post. The hike up is an experience. Several hours of uphill slog at an altitude that laughs at your sea-level lungs. The path is steep, dusty, shared with equally suffering tourists, and the occasional stoic donkey carrying supplies or lazier pilgrims. You'll question your life choices, your fitness level, your sanity. Halfway up there's a cafeteria, a cruel mirage of comfort offering overpriced tea and a view, just to remind you how far you still have to go, but you press on, fueled by stubbornness or the fear of admitting defeat. The air gets thinner, your legs get heavier, each step a tiny, gasping victory. And then, finally, you see it. The monastery. Up close. It's undeniably impressive. An architectural marvel of faith and audacity. Was it worth the agony? Section 6. Archery and chili cheese. A national obsession and a dare. If you think Bhutan is all quiet contemplation and serene mountain views, you haven't seen their archery tournaments. It's the national sport, and they take it seriously. Very, very seriously. Think Super Bowl, but with arrows and a lot more ritualistic dancing, and possibly some heckling, good-natured mostly. The targets are tiny, placed an absurd distance away, like 140 meters, seriously. Hitting it requires superhuman skill or just incredible luck. Teams compete with fierce pride. There's chanting, singing, and celebrating. Each successful shot is a party. It's loud, it's boisterous, and it's surprisingly addictive to watch, even if you don't understand the rules. And then there's the food. Specifically, imadachi, chilies and cheese. That's it. That's the dish. It's everywhere, at every meal. A culinary dare for the uninitiated. The chilies aren't a garnish, they're the main event. Your taste buds will scream, then go numb, then maybe, just maybe, ask for more. It's a strange kind of delicious if you survive the initial shock. Paired with red rice, it's a staple. Bhutanese cuisine is simple, hearty, and relentlessly spicy. Consider yourself warned. Section 7. Getting in your wallet's personal Everest. So, you're sold on the mountains, the mystery, the Yetis, ready to book your flight? Hold your horses, Marco Polo. Getting into Bhutan isn't like waltzing into Thailand. There's a system, a very specific, very expensive system. It's called the Minimum Daily Package, or as I like to call it, the cover charge for Utopia. It's not cheap. This daily fee, currently around $200 to $290 per person per day, depending on the season, covers your accommodation, 3-star mostly, your meals, hello again, Amadachi, a licensed Bhutanese guide, your new best friend, internal transport, not a limo, and a sustainable development fee, which supposedly goes to good causes like keeping Bhutan, Bhutanese, and keeping budget travelers out. You can't just show up and wander around on your own. No independent travel here, buddy. Everything must be pre-booked, prepaid through an authorized Bhutanese tour operator or one of their international partners. They handle your visa, your itinerary, your entire existence in the kingdom. It's efficient, it's controlled, it's a little bit suffocating for the free spirit. Think of it as an all-inclusive resort, but the resort is an entire country. Section 8. What to pack more cash. Fewer illusions. Packing for Bhutan. It's an art form or a cruel test of your luggage allowance. First, the obvious layers. Mountain weather is famously fickle. Sunny one minute, freezing the next. Especially if you're trekking. So, bring fleece, bring waterproofs, bring thermal underwear. You might look like a poorly wrapped burrito, but you'll be warm. Next, comfortable shoes. You'll be doing a lot of walking, hiking up to monasteries, strolling through towns, trying to avoid stepping on sacred ground or yak droppings. Your feet will thank you. Your guide, who has to wait for you, will also thank you. Blisters are not a good look, especially at 10,000 feet. Respectful attire is key, especially when visiting dzongs, fortresses, and monasteries, which is often. Cover your shoulders, cover your knees, no tank tops, no shorts. Think modest, think respectful. Basically, dress like you're meeting your conservative grandma, who also happens to be a High Lama. It's not a fashion show, it's about not offending your hosts or their deities. And finally, the most important item, an open mind and a sense of humor. Things will be different here. The pace is slower, the Wi-Fi is spottier, the concept of time can be flexible. Don't expect everything to run like a Swiss watch. This isn't Switzerland. Section 9. So, why bother with this Himalayan hideout? After all the sarcasm, the warnings about chili cheese, the complaints about the cost, you might be wondering, is Bhutan actually worth it? It's a fair question. It's not for everyone. If you want cheap beer and full moon parties, look elsewhere. This ain't that kind of rodeo. Thank goodness. But if you're looking for something else, something genuinely different, then yes, Bhutan delivers. The mountains are truly spectacular, unspoiled in a way that's increasingly rare. The culture is vibrant, deeply spiritual, and stubbornly unique. It hasn't been completely flattened by the steamroller of globalization. Not yet, anyway. Take that world. There's a certain magic here. Even a jaded old soul like me can feel it. In the fluttering prayer flags, the chanting of monks, the sheer breathtaking silence of the high passes, it gets under your skin. In a good way, mostly. It's a reminder that there are other ways to live, other things to value, besides a new iPhone or a bigger SUV. So, should Bhutan be on your bucket list?